The Bongcloud, considered one of the most aggressive and challenging openings in chess, occurs when you ignore common chess principles and develop your king. Now me, being the chess savant that I am, decide to test just how far I can climb the ranking ladder with the Bongcloud. However, since there's an obvious difference between playing the Bongcloud against e5 versus, for example, the Scandi, I want to make it a bit easier. The rules are simple. No matter the opening, I have to move my king out in the first 10 moves. Manual castling is allowed, but you can't immediately bring the king back to the starting square. The goal is to get to 1800 elo before I lose 100 games. Welcome to Hitting the Bong. Check. Alright, let's get this going. We are 1435. We're playing as white. So far we've won one, lost one. I played one game outside of that, but I didn't use the Bongcloud. So we're 1435, but besides that, we're just going to start normally. I mean, we could play e3 here, actually. I never thought about that move, play e3 then the king, but I think expanding in the center normally is fine. Then, unless you respond with the allies, we could probably feel free to just move the king, yeah. The Bongcloud, there we go. The original Bongcloud. Let's see. He's probably a little bit shook. If I remember correctly, you don't even have to. You can move the pawn. You can block the pawn. Block with whatever. Honestly, anything works. I think. Well, it's already bad, but you know, I think blocking the pawn is most concrete. But I am kind of worried about d4, and we can open up the file very quickly. I think, I don't know, I'm a little scared about, let's see the continuation. Maybe I got something wrong. Maybe I don't know how to respond. I haven't studied the Bongcloud enough to, okay, yeah, so he breaks in the center. That's kind of what I expected. I feel like I should probably be able to take and then slide the king back. Or is this the idea? The idea of the check? Take. Let's slide the king. You don't have to slide him back immediately. I mean, it's just it's a bit dangerous, that's all. We'll do it. I think if he takes, theoretically, we could just take the pawn and try everything out. Okay, goes to an endgame. Great. I don't really want to go to an endgame. I want to keep a lot of pieces on the board. He's just going to have a very small advantage if we take with the d pawn. Let's consider. Let's say we take, he trades everything off. I mean, after bishop here, like there's not a lot. Let's take with this pawn, because I don't think there's actually, like, it's not, like, things are a little bit in the balance. Okay, so he defends the pawn. I don't think that's the perfect continuation. He's obviously planning to castle. So I think that our idea is to start a kingside pawn attack. Ideally we want to push this pawn, but I don't know if now is the perfect time. Well, let's advance. Maybe a little bit go here. I feel like this is a little solid. If he castles, start a kingside attack. How about we, okay, here's the danger is this. So we want to first somehow defend the king. This is the most solid way. Then we want to strike at the center. And the idea is if he drops this down, I mean, we can just slide over, put pressure on this pawn. Position's solid. There's not... I think since we already begin with such a disadvantage at the beginning, it's best to just go move by move and analyze what the opponent may have done wrong, what he weakened, and what he's done so far. Okay, the opponent is playing very well. This bishop is a little not so well defended. I feel like striking the center is very simple now, because let's say something takes. Can take the queen, can take a pawn. Taking the queen is actually not a bad move. It's pretty solid, actually. Here, can he like defend the pawn somehow and cause a little bit of trouble? Honestly, let's go for it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Obviously, we're gonna push the pawn forward. If he doesn't, we can decide what to take. If takes, I actually think like this open file could be used to our advantage. Okay, that's what I thought. It will probably take the knight. Let's we can start the pawn push now, especially when the bishop is stuck. It's actually a good idea to start pushing pawns now and kind of leave him in the dust before before he solidifies. Yeah, just keep complicating the position, right? I feel like h4 is solid. Rook g1 is also solid. Try to push this pawn instead. I just don't like how this knight is kind of placed weirdly. I think h4 is a little bit more solid. If you push the pawn, I think there's anything bad here, actually. I feel like we're kind of solid. If, let's consider here, drops it again. Yeah, there's tricks there, so 100% doesn't work. Yeah. Maybe we could take and then plop the knight in, but I don't love it. Okay, everything else is too committal. This pawn push feels good. If there's an immediate thing that I missed, oh well. Am I missing some? Is the idea the check? I mean, going the queen sounds actually completely solid, especially when I have such a good strong and like good hold in the position, and this bishop is kind of weak. I'm just kind of unsure about any queen here. We could probably. It's not great. Taking the knight also feels a little weird, especially if it can be attacked. Taking the pawn, and if checks, probably just slide over. Oh, actually, don't hate. Let's go for it. Feels strong. I'm not scared of the check. Okay, yeah, that's actually a pretty solid move. Ideally, we could pin the knight by going here, but honestly, it's not awesome, right? Like this fianchettoing the bishop like this is actually kind of solid. I kind of like that. Kind of the big issue is this bishop can get active very he's threatening, and the pawn, then it's like it's not so clear, right? So ideally we could maybe play a move like rook b1 and not push. We could also push, and then when the bishop comes here, we take we move to f1, and then yeah, I don't know. Maybe this move is just super solid. Maybe the knight move is maybe a king move is just simple. Just get out of the way first, and then push. Maybe I'm missing something, but right now that seems solid, and I have ideas like this and all sorts of stuff going. Yeah, it's actually getting pretty hard for him to advance. Like it's not so simple. He can pin the bishop, but actually I don't see like taking the pawn here is wow. E6 is crazy. Yeah, so this kind of just shows he himself has no idea what's going on in the position, and I've kind of solidified everything. I can continue to push now, I think, and try to strike, which if he pushes, the issue is kind of he could just push h6, and then my attack is kind of stopped. There's actually like not a lot I can do. I don't love it. I could play rook b1. Maybe just bishop b2, rook b1. The problem is that because he doesn't know what to do, but I have no idea what to do either. So maybe a move like bishop to e4, since we cleared this file, threatening all sorts of ideas on this file, and that's actually not bad. Pawn pushes if bishop blocks. Let's go for the tricks, since we don't really know what to do. Let's get the bishop out. Let's get all the bishops out. No, you know what? I feel like I want to play this first. No. Let's play this. And then if he blocks, then we can play something like, I think we're happy to trade, because this bishop can be a very good defender against this pawn attack, and eventually if we trade down to an endgame, we can push the pawns fast enough for him to not be able to react, basically. Okay, that's what I thought. Ideally, it's not a bad move, actually. There's no checks that could work with the bishop. Bishop is not even force back though. That's the thing. I think taking and then getting our knight here. The rook would probably move back. I actually like that. So after takes, knight jumps in. He'll probably slide back, let's say to e7. Can move our queen out first, but I feel like the more solid approach is to move the bishop out, then move our queen out, then move the rook in. I think this is solid, and I think we have a very solid position. I don't think there's any tricks yet, unless he takes the pawn. If he takes the pawn, it just looks bad. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think he has any other move than here or to e8-7 or e8. At the same time, so I think here, if he slides back, he would threaten a6. But actually he wouldn't, because we have an attack there. Nah, it's very confusing. Let's. Oh wait. What if I do this first? I threaten an attack. I threaten a push. Yeah, I threaten a push, and then an infiltration with the knight, and then the queen move. You know what? I like this better. Wait, actually, let's go for this. Feels a little bit more solid. Especially because we connect the rook with the queen. Just provide extra support just in case this file gets a little messy. I don't have a lot of time though. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, start moving faster. That feels really bad. Yeah, that feels terrible. Oh, that's so bad. Ooh, that's a massive problem. I think he's going for this check. This is what I'm seeing. But I think after blocks, no, I can't block. I can slide over, and he can take. That's what he's trying to go. He's trying to go for this. The most obvious move is just to push, slide, and then he can take. I'm not satisfied. This is more solid. This is way more solid. Now I'll just slide if this happens, I'll just slide. Okay, this is what I thought, and I think going for this is impossible now, but I can go here first. This is impossible because the knight blocks. Yeah, it's not possible because the knight blocks. And after this, I can take the bishop. I can take the here. It's actually not the best. Oh well, this pawn is hanging in. Yeah, this works. He has to slide back. What's funny is if he's not careful, I can bring this rook out too, and after I take, obviously, it cause massive problems for him. So he definitely did not consider this move. Again, this is the only safe rook move. Actually, wait, no, this move is safe, I guess, too now, but it doesn't. It's just bad. Doesn't achieve anything. So he checks first, which I think is bad, because I think this just allows for. I mean, that's the only move that works, right? Well, let's go for this. If I miss something, at the end of this whole, any variation here, this pawn is hanging, and I think the position collapses just as fast, and I have this rook maneuver up. So I think he'd lose if he doesn't know how to handle it. I think that loses. I think that loses to this. I think we also have this maneuver. There's no checks, right? The queen is forced somewhere back. Then oh, and the queen is kind of having trouble, actually. Let's see. Threatening a mate here. If I miss something, that just looks losing. Here first. Even though 2 pieces is not good, we can slide this back. This actually, I kind of like, yeah. He'll probably try to eat all the pawns. Well, actually, now this is, I'm gonna sneak in here. Yeah. The knight control. Let's go for this. First to protect it, we have be able to work. There's a mate here. Honestly, I don't. Not to mention this bishop, a little scary, especially because the king is locked off here. So if he doesn't notice, it could get a little bad. Could get very bad for him. Here. Okay, so he goes for the pawn, and honestly, I'm kind of scared of. Oh, I see this. this was so stressful. I haven't so long, man. Interesting. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I win because if he gives a check, he can't hang on to this pawn unless he gives. I guess he could push. Does not work. Wait, actually, but now I have. Oh, did I screw this up? I screwed this up, didn't I? Oh, I was still losing after this. God, what? We both played at 58 and 56% accuracy. So what was my blunder here? My blunder was... Okay, so I was supposed to take these pawns and I was winning, so after... So apparently I was supposed to check and get these pawns and give up this pawn, because eventually I would trade off the rooks and get this pawn. Okay, I couldn't see that with low time control. Not good, not good. My rating is 1368. Alright, well, we got a lot of games to win and climb the rating. I gotta get better at understanding the Bongcloud. So I'm gonna study it now. I'm gonna spend a couple hours studying it, and next game we play, hopefully we win. Alright.